Yeah, so you want to do it anyway. So, yeah, so we don't have to. So it means that later when you even later. รัฐบาลมีความเดทเลยครับ she have a lecture in the morning but at 10:30 she will come to see about the conclusion so the uh, I hope everyone can yeah online are you online everyone online are you online to observe uh, okay I will make a little bit introduction of the practice. This is the practice uh, of MBTC according to the manual. So the first step to learn is that follow the program because when you already later certified, you can modify. But as a beginner or the new practice, we ask you to follow the manual that is the program. So we have actually 10 members in the group. So that is a standard group. Group therapy have about 8 to 10 people. So it is a standard group therapy. But we rotate to become a therapist or counselor and group member as is a low pay. So when you become therapist, you or counselor you do according to the program. You member, you play the role of member. Yeah, that is the style we do. So every time you have about 1 hour more or less to conduct the therapy, but the full program is 1 hour and a half. So the time that less than the usual therapy because we will reduce the practice in the beginning to the half to save the time. For example, session 2 will begin with sitting 10 minutes, but we sit only 5 minutes. Or in session 4, you sit 30 minutes, you sit only 15 minutes. So sitting cut to the half. Yeah, that is one point. Second point is that as a group group interaction way maybe a little bit faster. So all you together you can save about half an hour. Yeah, so use 1 hour, but if it's longer than that, it's all right because we quite flexible on 30 minutes. 30 minutes after therapy, we will return. We will return to our role as student. So to study the lesson plan of each therapy session, of that therapy session carefully, how it's going on. So by this way, you can learn, even you don't conduct that session, you can learn how to conduct because we will study the lesson plan carefully and then comparing what the therapists have done, what is the opportunity to improve for improvement. So that is the style that will going on. Is that all right? Yes. Yeah. So as observer, you can participate in after the therapy finish in the 30 minutes of discussion you can participate. Yeah, if you have question or some comment, that's welcome. Also from the online. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is that all right? Yeah. Any question? So we will slowly learn because it's all together 8 sessions that we will learn this style. So the more you go into the process, you will get more understanding and learn. Okay. Yeah. So as a group, as a group therapy, to keep natural interaction, we don't use microphone a lot. So first, I let the therapist or counselor using microphone for the people online can understand. But otherwise, you need not to wait for microphone. As a group member, you can naturally, make conversation by yourself. Is that all right? But try a little bit louder. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Let's see how this goes with the mic and the thing. Okay, welcome everyone. So this is the first session of our practice overview of the mindfulness-based therapy and counseling program. And we'll be meeting for these 8 sessions in the duration of the next week or so. And we'll be finishing off the Sunday next week. So my name is Yanni, and I'm going to be your therapist for today, and for all of the sessions, we will be having a different therapist who will be conducting the session. I think before we start, let's make ourselves grounded to the here and now, do a little bit of an internal weather check just for a minute or so. So please close your eyes for a while and just take a few deep breaths. Bring your awareness to your breath. Find its natural rhythm. And as you're breathing, just do a little internal check. What are your emotions at the moment? How are you feeling? And as you've noticed your feelings, try to locate where you feel them in your body. What are the sensations? Just make yourself grounded to your body. This is your internal weather. Sometimes your weather is sunny. Sometimes it's cloudy. Sometimes it's both. Sometimes rainy. And sometimes even stormy. Just notice your internal weather just as it is today, where you feel it in your body. Slowly bring your awareness back to the breath. Take a few deep breaths. And open your eyes and return to the group. Thank you. Okay, we'll do short introductions first, even though we know each other as a group process. Just shortly, can you introduce yourself, share your name and occupation, and perhaps what's your weather today?
My name is Min, and I am student in MCU.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I work as and I was as psychological consulting, and that's all.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tai. The weather in my mind is sunny sky, very blue,
good,
very clear.
Thank you.
And I am a meditation teacher, also a first-year PhD student in innovative mindfulness and peace studies. Nice to meet you all.
Hello everyone, my name is Như. At present, I'm a yoga teacher and holistic healthcare educator.
What's the weather? In your mind?
Peace.
Thank you.
Yeah, hello, my name is Yongyud, and I'm a ICF certified coach and also a student from NCU. And the weather, I think is sunny. Yeah, because the first time to see you all.
Hi, everyone. My name is Maya. I'm labeling myself today as a mother of two. I work, but the most important, this is today because I'm very happy. Recently, my daughter visited us, and I'm very happy. Today is sunny and the sky is blue, and happy to be here as well. Thank you.
Okay, so let's continue to today's session. Should I go through the old?
You begin from the beginning, so you need the activity below person
Okay, I will prepare.
to make people go along together, know each other much better, and then later you go to the time screen meditation.
Okay,
So you begin from this.
I thought I should only do the session 1.
I'm sorry. Actually, this is included in the session 1.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
Okay.
Let Jan have one minute to remind himself how to conduct the they call preparation, but it is called in the session 1. Sorry for that.
Sure, no problem.
So see how to.
Should I go through the whole
Before
process of the just activity?
How you think that you need to go along that.
Yeah.
You make fight, like you go that, but more important is the below person activity.
Okay.
Okay. To help you to learn the group. So during this time, I will introduce a little bit. The so-called preparation is no, you do. The preparation in the manual mean that it is included in the first session. So the first session will bring about first orientation, and then the below person activity that will bring people to know each other better, because you will be disclose about your story, your life story. Yes. Jan will do that later. But I mean, we cannot begin the session without knowing other better, no? So it's a kind of group process that will develop. So Jan will be introduce a little bit on orientation of the therapy. This session, how it's going on, the confidentiality and so on. That is the format of orientation of therapy. And more important is that they will ask you to do the below person exercise, and then you can share a little bit on according to his assignment, and then you will know each other better. At the end, he will conclude why we go into this counseling program.
That's great. And then he asked us to.
Yeah.
So this is the what you're asking to introduce ourselves properly, once and for all from the beginning.
Yeah, that is all right. The next step is that a little bit orientation of the therapy, and then do below person exercise, and then he will go to the detail of meditation.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll do a little bit of a exercise first, which is called beloved person meditation. So I will ask you to sit quietly and close your eyes again, and take 3 to 4 deep breaths. And now I'll ask you to recall the people who were close to you during your childhood and youth. Which one of them do you feel the most love, respect, and attachment to? Think of this person and the good memories with them. Take a few deep breaths, and then you can open your eyes and return to the group. Okay, so normally I would have a sheet for you to fill, but now I don't have it, so we can just do a short sharing round. You can just briefly tell who the beloved person you had in mind was, and what were the things that made you feel love, respect, and attachment towards them, and maybe name a good quality or few that you admire in them.
So briefly share the person that we love and
Yeah.
the moment, the good moment.
Yeah. What made you feel love and respect and attachment towards them, and also what were the good qualities you had in mind?
I think about my mother. And I think about that. I just passed my New Year holiday back with my mother and my mom, and I think of her kindness and cooking a lot of delicious food. Yeah, and the kindness and patience and accompanying each other, and yeah.
Thank you.
There are two persons coming up. The first one is my mother. The second one is my elementary school teacher. And since we have a person who talked about her mom already, I'm going to talk about my elementary school teacher. She was the teacher in my third and fourth grade, and she recognized my talent in the very first day, and she always pay attention to my performance and also encouraged me to learn more. And she told me that I'm very different. So she always asked me to like answer questions during the class. Yeah, so I have a very good relationship with her. And after I graduated, she still kept playing a very important role in my life. And she, unluckily, she passed away at the age of 60 because of cancer. And it was, I didn't have the ability to help her. Not like now I have, but at the time I didn't have. So it became like something I feel like, she's always plays an important role in my mind. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And about me, the beloved person appears in my mind is my younger brother. I don't know, but this time when I think about him, I really want to use that. He's like when I study about the mindfulness, I hope I can help him because I know he used to experience the difficult time in his life about the depression when my father passed away, and he didn't know how to do with his life, and and when I think about him when I was child, both of us play together. It's happy. We every day we went outside and play, and sometimes my parents is like they don't they forbid we go outside to study to play, but we always come together. And the thing I really admire him is about the passionate when he was shy, but he always if he wanted to play something, he will be the best. So he spent time every day to play to make it to build his skill. And he also a person give me the sense of responsibility. When he was a child, every day he go to the store of my parents as support parents. Yeah, so to me, it's responsibility is the thing I can learn from him. Yep.
Thank you.
And the person came into my mind is my father. And like me, he really cooks delicious dishes for me because before he went to college, he was a chef of a restaurant. And the picture came into my mind is that every birthday when I was a child, me and my father would take a photograph together. Yeah, every year. But I didn't forget since when we don't do the same. But I can remember the photo. It's like a big father, a small child stand together, and that make me really feel beloved. And I think he is really a nice and kind person, not only to me, but also to all all the people. Always smile. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Because I read this before, that's where I went with my daughter story, to be honest, because it was recent. And she's a teenager. She can she can stay in Europe to party for Christmas and New Year, yet she came to us. That made me very happy. And the memories are very recent. So my husband, my two daughters, this is my recent memory, spending Christmas, New Year with us, having this blessed moment, especially that teenage now are different and the generations are different. So yeah, that's what I thought about my beloved ones. Thank you.
Thank you all very, very much for sharing these wonderful stories. So different kinds of support and love you can get from your beloved ones. So we all have these positive qualities, though we don't always kind of fully express them as we go through various emotional states, very often related to stress. This course will help you reduce that stress and reduce those distractions, and that will enable you to express your positive internal qualities, just like your beloved persons have more easily. Thank you. So we'll move to the first session now, which will be about stress and anxiety management. Today, we're going to be talking about the consequences of emotions and stress. We'll be understanding them a little bit better. We'll be learning how to practice tranquil meditation. We will learn about the benefits of tranquil meditation, and finally, we will develop a plan to integrate the practice of tranquil meditation into our daily lives. So, as we already talked about emotions, emotions and stress can be something that easily overwhelm us at times in our lives. And when emotions and stress, and especially negative emotions, are very strong, that can blind us from our sense of self-worth, including the qualities of love, compassion, sacrifice, patience, and forgiveness. So tranquil meditation and mindfulness practices can help us decrease those distractions due to stress and enhance these good characteristics of our minds. And in today's session, we will practice tranquil meditation to aid us with stress and also with negative emotions. So tranquil meditation is a practice that helps you reach a state in which your mind settles down. In psychology, it's described as a state where your mind rests and is free from all thoughts. Although your mind is in a rested state, it maintains full awareness, allowing even slight breaths to be noticed. Tranquil meditation is an effective technique for stress relaxation. By focusing on the incoming and outgoing breaths, tranquil meditation can stop the flow of thoughts. If you practice tranquil meditation consistently over a long period of time, the mind becomes more free of thoughts and also very calm. And you will also experience a gradual relaxation of your body. The process of tranquil meditation contrasts with the stress that arises from our habit of constant thinking. Especially, as I said, the negative thoughts and dissatisfaction can easily occupy our minds and overwhelm us. That will distract us and lead to negative emotions and stress. So I don't have a board now where I could write, but the process would be first we practice observing breaths, and then we use this practice of observing and returning to our breaths to stop our thoughts. And we return our awareness back to the breath. We stop thoughts in this manner. And as we continue to practice this over a long period of time, this will ultimately lead to a more peaceful mind. And the final stage would be a relaxed body. I don't have the chart now with me to show you. So we practice this in 3 steps. First, the thoughts are stopped by observing the breath, and this will lead to a more peaceful state of mind. On the second step, the breath is observed more continuously to keep the mind and body peaceful. And we add thought management to deal with the arising thoughts as you practice concentration or tranquility meditation. The thoughts will arise from the subconscious, so we will add thought management to the practice. And at the last step, we continue the observation of breath and thought management to keep the body and mind relaxed, and add element of sleepiness management to deal with arising symptoms of sleepiness. Sound okay? Okay. So we start practice. We practice the step 1 first, which is stopping thoughts. So for this step, we'll observe our breaths to stop our thoughts. And we do this by paying attention to the sensation at our nostrils as we breathe in and out. First, to get a feeling for the sensation of your breath, place the back of your hand close to your nose. And breathe in and breathe out. You will notice your breath very easily due to the high density of sensory nerves in your hand. Differently, you can stop now. Thank you. Differently, there are very much fewer nerves around your nostrils, which make it harder to sense your breath in that area. So as we practice, we will try to locate the place where you can feel the breath in your nostrils. And at the beginning, some of you may not feel anything at all, and therefore you must concentrate deeply, which helps you to quiet your thoughts in order to sense the breath at your nostrils. So I can ask everyone to take a comfortable position with your back upright. Hands may be placed on your lap, one hand on top of each other. And close your eyes and take 5 deep breaths. Now you can focus on the sensation of your breath touching your nostrils. Determine on which side of your nostrils you can sense your breath best. And continue observing your breath on that side. If you cannot sense your breath at your nostrils, please take another 5 or 6 deep breaths. This will help you sense your breath more easily. Now observe if there are any sensations around your nostrils. Find the side where you sense your breath better. Continue breathing normally in your normal breathing pace, and try to sense your subtle breath at that nostril. You may notice that you can sense it better now. Take a few breaths and then you can open your eyes and we'll finish this part of the meditation. Did you find it easy to locate the breath in your nostril? Good. Everyone's done practice, so everyone is sensitive to that. That's very good. If you're a beginner, when you practice at home, you might experience at times you cannot sense your breath at the nostrils. So as a reminder, whenever that happens, remember to take 5 to 6 deep breaths, which will help you find the sensation of your breath at the nostrils. And then return observing your normal breath afterwards. And when you practice consistently, you will find that the sensations become more noticeable. Okay, now we'll move on to step 2, which is the thought management. So we've now thoroughly practiced observing our breath at our nostrils and proceed to the second step. Here, when we continuously observe our breath to calm the mind, there might be a significant obstacle, which is totally normal, which is thoughts from our subconscious mind. They arise during the practice, they will distract us and will be the source of even more thoughts and emotions. We lose our focus on our breath and thoughts can't be stopped continuously anymore. So to deal with this obstacle, we practice thought management. And in this step, we will continue to focus on observing our breath at our nostrils. And when you notice that thoughts are arising, you practice thought management by acknowledging the thoughts neutrally, without judgment and without following them. Then gently remind yourself to return to observing your breath. If at any point you find this difficult, take 1 or 2 deep breaths to help you focus better. And then again, concentrate on your normal breathing continuously. As I said, it's normal to get distracted by our thoughts and to follow them. And keep in mind that most important thing is that we return to the breath as soon as we notice that we are caught up in our thoughts. Also, be careful not to force yourself to stop thinking or use suppression as a way of coping with the arising thoughts. This will unsettle your mind. It will provoke a lot of anxiety or aversion. And then when you have these difficult emotions and you start to blame yourself, then you can't focus and you might have a very difficult time to return to the meditation of following your breath. So try to avoid these 2 pitfalls and just be accepting and in acknowledging if a thought arises and just return to the breath. And if you do tranquil meditation, there may be other factors besides thoughts that may also disturb and distract you, like sounds or external disturbances. So you treat them as in the same manner as you would with the arising thoughts. Just acknowledge them quickly and return back to your breath. And if you find this difficult, take 1 or 2 deep breaths, which will help you refocus. Okay, we'll continue practice. So, yes. Yes. Any thought? Yes. Any thought. So this is the method. So you will note it, accept it, acknowledge it, and return back to the breath. So in a manner, if you use suppression or if there's a lot of thinking like I shouldn't be thinking this, I should be practicing, then you're already going a little bit wrong way, because you are starting the self-blame and then maybe there's a more denial involved and more forcing involved. So just note the thought, just label it as a thought, and then return. I'm thinking, and then return back to the breath. Yeah. So this is the method. Okay, so we'll start the practice with thought management. Sit again with your back upright and gently close your eyes and take 5 deep breaths. And notice again the sensation of your breath passing through your nostrils. Find the side where you can feel the touch of your breath the best. Continue to observe your normal breath in this area. If thoughts arise in your mind, just acknowledge them without engaging with them. Remind yourself to return to observing your breath by taking 1 or 2 deep breaths. And then continue observing your normal breath. Be careful not to force yourself to stop thinking, as this will unsettle your mind. Whenever you notice a thought in your head, simply acknowledge it without following it. Just gently remind yourself to return to your breath by taking 1 or 2 deep breaths. Now continue observing your normal breath. We'll continue this practice for a few minutes more. Thank you. And take a few deep breaths and then open your eyes and return back. Thank you. So how was doing this meditation now? Did you notice anything? Could you become aware of your thoughts? Yes. Were you able? Good. Yeah.
So first, I didn't have any thoughts. Then I realized that I have a thought, which was reviewing what you're teaching us. So I labeled it as reviewing, studying,
Or
Yeah.
just thinking.
Thinking easier. So yeah, that was it. But
Sure.
throughout, until the bird came,
Yeah.
Matthew, and then I said, okay, Matthew, hi. And now bird, hearing. That's it.
Good. Thank you. Was it easy for you to let go of your thoughts? Yeah. Sure.
Any of you experience that what is the difference between the first minute and the fourth minute? Do the thoughts become lesser or not? According to your experience. Yeah. How about you? It's the same. It's not it's not become less. Yeah. And Arthur? This really.
So I'm making you sleepy.
Yeah. So you can see that during this 4-minute practice, some maybe become less thoughts in the 4th minute, some not. Do you know why? Why some become less thought, some not? Why?
You're giving the mind an alternative point of focus. So when the attention's directed at the ceaseless sort of inflow and outflow of the breath, it doesn't have the time to attach as easily to any kind of thoughts or feelings.
I have additional explanation for you. It depends a lot on your state of mind before you sit. If you beginning the sitting with average mind in your average of subconscious mind, then at about 4 minutes, you already releasing thought from your subconscious. So you feel that the thoughts become less, and maybe you get sleepiness because you get a little bit calmness. But if you begin the session with a lot of thought in your subconscious mind, then maybe 4 minutes is not enough. You need more time to release thought from your subconscious. So I think as Jan try to help you to do this 4 minutes, you need to recognize that when you return home and sit, maybe sometime 4 minutes is all right to become calm, less thought come to your mind, but sometimes not. You need more time to release thought from subconscious that you feel calm. So it's differently day to day. It depends on your state of mind before you sitting. I myself, sometimes I begin my sitting and become calm quite very quick. But sometimes I have a lot of things before I sit, then I need more time. Is that all right for you? Okay. So yeah, please continue. Yeah.
Yep. So so it goes often like that you, if you have a lot of emotions, maybe when you start the meditation, or a lot of stuff coming out of your subconscious, as Achan said, the mind is more like a waterfall, that it just keeps on coming and coming, and then after a while the mind becomes more like a river and calms down with thoughts coming only occasionally, and then eventually after longer practice and after longer experience, the mind is more like a lake, which is just occasionally there's some ripples or some waves. So as a reminder, if you find it difficult to observe your breath continuously, if there's a lot of distractions from thoughts or anywhere else, just take 1 or 2 deep breaths and then return to observing your normal breath. And try to maintain your focus on your breath for as long as possible. And again, it's important not to force yourself to stop your thoughts. And as you do practice more, you will be able to focus on your breath for longer periods of time. And this will lead to more peaceful mind. So some of you already said that you started to get a little sleepy. I'm sorry if I'm making you sleepy, but luckily we have on step 3 ways to manage sleepiness during the meditation. So we're going to practice this next. So we're going to do a little bit longer meditation for about 8 minutes, and we will all again remain focused on the breath to stop our thinking, so our minds and bodies can stay calm and peaceful. When thoughts arise on a lower frequency, as you've been practicing already, and our minds are in a calm state for a longer time, there will be the challenge at points, which is sleepiness. And it's because the mind is accustomed to only two states, being awake or asleep. When the mind is calm, it may not naturally transition to a state of shallow sleep, and the result is the feeling of sleepiness. And if we allow ourselves to follow this state, it may progress to a deep sleep and dreaming normally. So to solve the problem of sleepiness during meditations, we can use 3 techniques. The first is adjusting your position, sitting upright and stretching the back to awaken yourself during meditation. So that's the one method you can use. And another is taking 5 or 6 deep breaths to increase the oxygen flow to the brain and refresh yourself. And the third one is a visualization technique where you visualize a bright light in your mind. And once you awaken yourself by using one of these methods, you return to observing your breath continuously. And we do the above these techniques every time we feel sleepy during our practice. So again, we start the meditation. Sit with your back upright and gently close your eyes and begin with 5 deep breaths. Notice the cessation of your breath passing through your nostrils. And find the side where you feel the touch of your breath the best. Continue to observe your normal breath in this area. And each time you have thoughts in your mind, just acknowledge them, but don't follow them. Remind yourself to return to your breath by taking 1 or 2 deep breaths and return to observing your normal breath continuously. We'll continue practicing this way. During your practice, you may feel sleepy or even fall asleep for short periods of time. If this happens, stretch your back, return to sitting upright, and take 5 to 6 deep breaths to bring more oxygen to your brain. This will make you feel fresh. You can try to visualize a bright light, and once awake again, return to observing your breath continuously. Focus on your breath continuously. When thoughts arise, acknowledge them, but don't follow them, and return to your normal breath. When you feel sleepy, stretch your back and return to sitting upright. You may also take 5 or 6 deep breaths and visualize a bright light. Continue focusing on your breath for as long as possible. You are training your mind to be calm and free from all thoughts by this practice. Now, please open your eyes, but continue observing your breath for 1 more minute. Look past the tip of your nose while you're doing this. Don't pay attention to what you see. This practice is called open-eyed meditation, and it trains your mind to notice the touch of your breath while the eyes are open. If you find it difficult to sense your breath clearly, take 1 or 2 long deep breaths and focus again on your normal breath. Throughout this practice, your eyes remain open. Okay, thank you. We'll finish the meditation. Okay. Next, we're going to do some experience review of the meditations we've done today. So I will give you a handout which you can fill in. There's some questions about the meditation, about your experience. Thank you. It's just fill in what your experience was today and record what were the positive experiences you had during this meditation and also what were the difficulties you might have experienced. Okay, everyone's recorded some of their experiences. Is there anybody who would like to share their experience of meditation today?
Okay, so I noticed that I can feel my breath and on the side of the
Good.
nostril. That's good. Everything seems to be okay. However, I'm having trouble when I have an open eye meditation. Always, first in this exercise, I wanted to close my eyes more.
Yeah.
So I think the time was enough, but I personally wanted to keep my eyes closed more. And then when I opened my eyes, directly I'm visualizing people. So it's not working for me, this
Also
open
difficult
eye.
to concentrate
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. I'm trying, but open eye meditation always is tricky for me.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's cold. It's freezing all the time in this classroom.
So it is distracted by
Yeah.
the environment, the temperature of the class today. Okay.
Otherwise, the meditation part was good. I had a bright light and it was
You
good.
could visualize
Yeah.
it well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I actually wanted more, wanted to keep my eyes closed more.
Oh, so you got a little bit of desiring there as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Good,
all in
good,
all.
good
Thank you.
experience. Yeah. People are different in their ability to visualize. Some people find it difficult to, so we have different techniques to use if you get tired. Some people may not be able to visualize so well, but you can still keep on practicing and trying to get different methods to manage sleepiness. Thank you. Anybody else want to share anything?
Thank you. The whole process was very serene. I had a very quiet moment.
Mm-hmm.
So for the experiences, I marked 4 for 5 questions. So it was not difficult.
Good.
And what difficulties did I experience? There's only one thing. I think the therapist's voice was very charming.
Thank you.
Way too charming.
Okay.
And then the sleepiness stage came much earlier and much more frequently. So I said that's the only
Okay.
maybe the advantage or maybe disadvantage that I need to adjust my postures frequently.
Okay.
And that voice was definitely made for yoga nidra, means sleeping yoga.
Okay.
Perfect.
I will practice that and teach that to you. I can also be a little bit more blunt to you if that makes a difference, but maybe not for the group.
Okay, now so you see now your voice is higher. Yeah, was when you were instructing, the voice was very low.
Sure.
Yeah, perfect voice for curing insomnia. Good.
Thank you.
I struggle with the white light. I think as well because these lights are quite intense. So it's already like if I do this, it's already white light in there. But yeah, I felt like I had to adjust my posture quite a lot because because I'm tired.
Yeah.
But that's my fault. It's not anything to do with
It's just the situation you're in at the moment.
It's just a bright light that I struggle with, but I think that's
But adjusting the posture helped you with the sleepiness.
and the deep breathing, it's good to have the options to, in case one method doesn't work, can just use the other one. Yeah, but I enjoyed this session.
Thank you. Anything? Anybody else? You're forced to share.
Yeah, during this meditation, I choose most of the answer is 3 and 4, and the experience I think is clearly about when we, because we do meditation around 4 times at the beginning until now, and with that support me to see it's look like I can stop talks and see the silence of mind. So at that moment, my mind is clear and it's bright. So, and at that time, it look like we give our mind relax. It's deep relax. If no thoughts distract our mind, my mind. Yeah. And also when I practice tranquil meditation, also when we focus on breath, it generates the heat in the navel. It's help me to aware my body, aware my breath, and aware my thought clearly. Yeah. And the difficulty I face is how we maintain it in our daily activity, because when I open my eyes, that state is disappear.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's like when we close our eyes, we close on the contact with outside. It's easy for focus on the breath and observe mind. But when I open my eyes, it's difficult for me to focus on breath. Yeah, when I open eyes, it's not aware a lot in my breath. Yeah.
Thank you. So this is what we'll be practicing for the rest of the therapy program. We will be practicing how to use mindfulness and how to use the awareness of partial breathing in our daily activities. So we'll be practicing that. It's challenging at times, but this is what we'll be doing throughout the course. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you have time?
Yep. Yeah. If you want to share, sure.
Yeah. Actually, I feel less sleepy after finish the Chenka meditation.
Okay.
So feel more energetic. Yeah. And I feel more calm.
Mhm.
And the difficulties at first, I found it hard to change the focusing position from the abdomen to not just
Mm.
yeah. Usually we practice
Yeah,
abdomen,
you've
right
been
in body.
long retreats at
Yeah,
practicing
so
that.
it takes the time, but at last, I think I can focus on the nostrils, and I think maybe for me, it's like what the teacher said. Have a lot of source camps, so maybe still need more time. Yeah, to yeah, maybe for me need more time.
Yeah, need more time.
today.
Yeah. This is actually a very short meditation, but this is what we begin with, and then,
Yeah,
of course, we gradually, during this program, we will extend the time. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
quite short. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I feel calm and quiet, and I feel very relaxed with Jenny's voice, very calm, and also same feeling because sometimes because it's so calm, so relaxed, so more sometimes it's a little bit sleepy, easy to get sleepy, and also sometimes hard for me to concentrate on the content of the when you reading sometimes difficult for me to concentrate on the content because it's too so feel too relaxed and so calm. Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Feedback.
yeah. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for
Also, I feel a little bit maybe some short. Maybe because the setting. So sometimes I feel I just get calm down, concentrate, then finish. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the sharing, and thank you for the feedback. I will try to bring more energy to my meditation teaching next time. I'm also very sleepy today.
Danny, what Tian is doing, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So in the future, when you continue practicing, you will notice that your mind becomes calmer and calmer, and your body becomes more relaxed. So you will experience a sense of comfort with no pain and tension in any part of your body. Will become calmer and more free from aversion, craving, anxiety, or distraction. So again, if I had the chart, I would show the chart progress from observing breath, stopping thoughts, peaceful mind, and relaxed body and mind. Okay. So briefly, does anyone have anything in mind of what would the benefits be of tranquil meditation? A short few answers, if you can. What do you think would the benefits of tranquil meditation be?
Feel calm, and also after the meditation, feel energy.
Calmer, more energy.
Yeah, just feel more relaxed and reduce attachment to the anxious thoughts that come up. It gives us a tool to direct the attention away from, the fluctuations rather than getting lost in them, I suppose.
After tranquil meditation, I feel more calm and can be more focusing and bring myself to the present moment without negative thought and enjoy the present. And it's like a self-centered focus, very, very calm. So that's, I enjoy the moment a lot.
Thank you. Yep. Yeah, it's enough. It's enough. Thank you. So more sense of calmness, more sense of focus, awareness.
For me, I exit the outside world. When I close my eyes, it's the darkness or the bright light, but it's my cocoon, my world. Yeah, so
you
that's
can
it.
feel centered in
Yes.
your own space, own world. Thank you. So as we practice tranquil meditation, we don't need to worry about thoughts arising from our subconscious mind, as they are beyond our control. So we can just practice letting them go from there and not follow them. And this will make our minds more calm and our stress levels diminish. And further, this effects on our body's metabolism. Brain waves become slower, pulse and blood pressure become lower, and our mind becomes peaceful and more free from thoughts and feelings such as craving or aversion, anxiety or distraction. So it leads to a firmer mind. And after completing a meditation session, we can often experience more positive thoughts as well as more improved learning and decision-making capabilities. So we'll conclude today. We recommend you to practice tranquil meditation twice a day, with each session lasting for 10 minutes. You can choose a time that fits your daily schedule best, which is preferably the same time each day. And we recommend that you will be practicing in the early morning and before going to bed, as you may feel most relaxed during these times. And if you're practicing while sitting on a chair, we advise sitting with your back and head upright to maintain balance and to be able to sit for longer periods of time. So as your homework, practice for 1 week, and we'll see how you're doing next week or next session when we do the review, and we'll discuss, and if there's any problems you will encounter, we'll find answers and solutions then. So the homework sheet for you to give. Thank you for today.
So very good time for the therapy, no? So that is around 1 hour, a little bit more, but it's really okay. I think to discuss properly, I need you to open the manual. Do you have in your telephone or tablet? Otherwise, it will be difficult to discuss, because everyone needs to know every single session very, very good, so that when you conduct by yourself, you can do it properly. So we need to see it together, the manual. Yeah, good. So let's open on the first part they call preparation. They say duration is about 1 hour, but actually it's about 30 minutes, no? The preparation. Page 8. Yeah, thank you. So the duration is about half an hour, no? The session overview give an overview of the content of each group session. It serves as a main guideline for the therapist or counselor for planning and conducting the course. Additionally, you will find this overview point at the respective part of the session. The indicated duration serve as a recommendation and can be adjusted as it necessary. And you see that they have 4 activities. No? The first one, let the client introduce themselves, then give a short orientation and inquire about the client needs and expectation. Ask the client to confirm their commitment to participate in all assignment activity. So you see the script in section 2 next pass. If you open to the next page, they will have a script on orientation. Yeah. And you need not to read through everything, but try to keep the essential. They will ask you about your expectation of participating in this group therapy or group counseling. And then they will explain some basic rule. For example, you will about the confidentiality. That is very important, because people need to disclosure themselves a lot. So the rule of confidentiality need to be explained. And then you will also ask people that they will participate in the X session regularly and also practice according to the assignment. That is the main essential that you need to explain. Okay, and then you go to the section 2. This I asked Jane not to do this because it's screening instrument. You can apply when you need it. It need not to be do every time. Sometimes in the counseling group not, but sometimes in therapy group, people need to do assessment, how stressed they become, how level of depression they get, so on. So this is in the screening session. You can do or don't do depend on the group you conduct. Okay. Then the third activity is very important. Instruct the beloved person meditation in section 4. Afterward, let client record their experience in the form and then sharing their experience. Then conclude that everyone has this good characteristic as well, but not everyone can express them fully due to their negative emotional state. Inform the client that this course will help reduce stress and distraction, which will allow them to express their good internal characteristic more easily. So let's discuss a little bit on this. Jan, what is your idea about conducting this activity? Yeah.
Activity. So, well, I wasn't prepared for that, but basically it's just, tapping to the qualities and to the positive feelings which are involved in the practice in general, in mindfulness practice, compassion, the love, the acceptance, the qualities. So basically it's just like a setting intention of the practice as well when we start it this way. That's how I understand it.
Okay. Other people, what do you think about this activity?
I thought it's too early to ask this question in this. Again, I read it, I knew what to think, right? But if I'm the first time sitting, first time I see my therapist, first session ever, I'm not going to go and think about my loved ones. I'm going to be thinking, what am I doing here? Or about Yani, or, but not my beloved ones. I'm actually here because I want to exit the outside world a little bit.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Yeah. You are right. That is in the first activity. That means Chan, maybe in reality, he need to ask people to discuss more on their, not only introduce oneself, but also expectation of the participating in this group counseling and so on. But anybody have difficulty to think about be the person and share experience?
I think
Please.
I think today the major difference is that we know each other already. So we don't feel like it's a very strange environment, or like it's like something I don't know. I feel I might be a little bit scared. And that's why probably we could just, go to the beloved meditation quite soon. And because Yarni, in the beginning, we didn't have time or we didn't have a chance to explain or to talk about our needs and expectations. So for ice breaking, I think today it was a little bit short. It's just a few minutes and we jump into another one. Yeah. So usually, if I were I would want to conduct a session, probably I would spend more time. Like everybody talk about, their ideas. That's just on a surface level. Don't go into deep because it's not a time to open our mind yet. Yeah, so I wouldn't say I would argue that maybe for preparation session, maybe still stick to 1 hour. 30 minutes, I would say too short. So I think, for the first hour that everybody meet, it's quite important to build up the team spirit, like everybody closer. It's a very important, because that's the first impression. Yeah. So, and also the therapist has to show it's how much he or she cares about a group. And then everybody, because for those who may come to this kind of session, they may have their own problems. And like frustration, depression, anxiety. So everybody, in a sense, they may not be mentally well, right? Yeah. So they are not in a normal status. So we probably need more time, be more patient to help them to open a little bit more. Yeah, and then go into the next session.
Actually, the time is quite flexible, no? But maybe in the range between 30 minutes to 1 hour. Some group they go along quite fast. Sometimes maybe slow to warm up. But this activity you are like, is this ice breaking, Maya? That means to disclose a positive one. That is not difficult. If we ask about bad experience, that is too early. But to ask about positive experience, think about the beloved person, your experience with them, and then visualizing it vividly, how it's going on, something like that. No? This is a positive experience that bring people to explain easily. So that is the objective. So it has two objectives for the beloved person activity. The first one is that it's an ice breaking. Let people who don't know each other go along, because they are a component of self-disclosure. You open yourself, but on a very positive way. Beloved person. That is the first objective. First thing. Second thing is that if the discussion go aloud, you ask, Chan asks, what about the positive experience of the beloved person, and then you can bring about the common characteristic of this beloved person as kind, role model, or you talk a lot about encouraging you and so on. This is a positive characteristic of people that you also through social learning. It's very important to ask that do you develop some kind of this characteristic, and everyone will agree that as human being, we also develop this beloved, kindness, tolerance, encouraging people, and so on in our character. But the more important question is that why sometimes we don't show up this characteristic. Sometimes we can show, but sometimes we cannot. And then people can explore themselves, and then they can answer that when I get emotional, I get anger, I get stressed, I cannot show out. And then this is the second objective of this activity, that we learn higher consciousness of tranquility and mindfulness that will allow us to uh, to to show more good characteristic, because our fundamental consciousness usually collect negativity and become emotional and stress, and by with emotional and stress it's become the obstacle to show up of this characteristic.
Should we actually, I hadn't prepared obviously for this session. I prepared only for the first session, but I've been thinking about should we actually have the kinds of, you know, you presented the background theory as well and the background thinking, which is like underlying this whole program. As a part of orientation session, I've been thinking that should we have like maybe a short version of what you have presented us, a little bit about this, you know, the differences between being the two ways of thinking or the ways of relating, and also about the whole of the background as you have presented. Could it be part of the orientation already as we start, and maybe it makes it people easier to join the group?
But like this is a very good time to explain the concept that our fundamental consciousness collect negativity and become emotional and stress and prevent or become obstacle to show up this good characteristic that we have already learned from social learning from our beloved one. And then this session will help you to develop higher consciousness, the better quality of mind. That so you can explain that fundamental consciousness, you get rested by sleep and get your mind working by awakening. But in the higher consciousness, you develop rested state by do tranquil meditation and develop better quality of working state by mindfulness. So this is a very good time to explain the concept. Yeah. I will add into the manual.
Yeah, I think if you like have it in the manual, it's because I think at least for people who are not familiar with these kind of practices, to give them a rationale and maybe a bit of, you know, science behind it, it's going to get them on board. Whereas if it's you, like Maya said, if you just bring a group of people into a room and go, right, tell us about, you know, focus on a personal experience, it might, you know, sort of be like, wait a minute, why am I doing, you know, why am I doing that? Whereas if we say, look, this is like the way that the mind, this is the way that it processes experiences, and these are the things that we can carry, then it makes more sense to focus on a positive experience because you're tapping into the positive qualities, maybe, if that makes sense.
So everyone add this part of explanation into your manual, no? That we will discuss after sharing about beloved person. We can discuss about the principle of the fundamental consciousness and higher consciousness in relationship with this good characteristic. Good characteristic can show out when you cannot show out when you develop emotional and stress, but in opposite, if you develop better quality of mind, you can show and develop more of this good characteristic. Then you can go into the next step to session 1, stress and anxiety management. Yeah, and then please open to this page. This one. Yeah, the session 1. Yeah. So you can see that the objective is understanding the consequence of emotional and stress, learning how to practice tranquil meditation, the benefit of tranquil meditation, and plan to integrate tranquil meditation into your daily life. That is the objective. And the main content will be according to the objective. You can see that they have all together how many activity? Get 5 activity altogether. Can we review what Dan have done and what you have learned? Yeah.
During the session, do we need to read on the transcript? We just remember the main idea and we can explain by our words. It's based on the main content.
Actually, if you see the manual, they have some explanation in it. You need not to read. You just make understanding and explain as your. But there is a box of script that is you need to read, because the script is developed in the way that if you do it properly, people can develop skill. But otherwise, you can explain by yourself. You need not. You should not read it, because as a counselor or therapist, it not look good, nah, if you read the manual. So make it. But Jan sometimes he read, but he quite do it not in a way that people think he read, nah. But yeah, you still have eye contact with people and so on, nah. So you see the script is in the box that you need to read, but in otherwise you just make understanding and explain by yourself. Is that so right? Okay. Yeah. So I will work through the activity, the 5 activity, in order we can learn what shall be with what can be improved if you do by yourselves. Yeah. Session number 1, inform the client about time skill meditation, explain that it is an effective tool to release negative emotional and stress. Refer to section 2.1, that is the explanation. Then explain and guide step 1 and step 2 of time skill meditation using script 1 and 2 from section 2.2. Let some clients share their experience after each step. So you open to the next one. It's about the first step. They explain the mechanism of higher state of consciousness called tranquility, developed by time skill meditation, and then it focused on observing breath to stopping thought until develop calm mind and relax body and mind. That is the concept. And then they go to step 1. So stopping thought, explain a little bit that you can. This is very important. The explanation before the script, because it helps client understanding that to stop thinking, in this program we use breath meditation. That means observing tiny sensation of breath help you to stop thinking, and then as you get used to observing your abdomen. But this program, they will ask people who come to this program, especially in Thailand, they have different approach, because this is a Buddhist country. So people usually have some kind of experience. Somebody they make meditation by contemplating words. For example, Buddha, or in out, they use words. Sometimes they use picture. For example, they think about glass, a point of light, or the certain color and so on. But we will change them to make time skill meditation by observing breath. And then sometimes you need to explain why. Because people, why? I can sit with contemplating word. Why? Observing breath. So if you remember from the last week, I explained that to observing breath, your brain will work least comparing with contemplating words or picture. your brain will work more, a little bit more. So to help to calm your mind, we choose a way that your brain work least. That is some explanation that help people to agree, to check their method. Yeah, to accept. Yeah. Okay. So if you comparing with observing abdomen, you will see the abdomen is a large area, no? But comparing with your nostril is a very tiny one. So your mind, if people ask, you can explain that you focus on smaller, help your brain to work least. That is the explanation. That is one point. Then explanation why. Second thing is that make people understand that people think that observing breath is difficult because it's very tiny. But this program help them by applying neuroscience, understanding what we call selective attention. Yeah, you start with long breathing 5 or 6 times and observing only on the nostril, you feel better. At the point you feel best. So this help a lot because some people if they just observing breath, they cannot find it, and then they will become fatigued or become not convincing to do. But if they can apply selective attention, like when you go with your friend to the restaurant or to share the spot, you still talk, understand each other because you selective attention on your conversation. This also selective attention on the nostril, you feel better at the point you feel best. So these two things is very important. Why breath meditation and how to observe breath easier by selective attention. So this is something maybe if it's not clear in your manual, you can put into your record that you need to explain. Is that all right? Yeah. Okay. And then when you do the script, you need to read it properly. For example, Jan in the script number 2 for thought stopping, you explain that thought when you observe when you observe your breath, you stop thinking, but thoughts from subconscious still coming, and then become obstacle for you to observe, to stop thinking. So you need to releasing it away by don't follow it, but return to your breath again. So this is some keyword that you need to explain for people to understand. And then when you read the script, you need to read it properly. For example, Jan, if you read script number 2, sit with your back upright, gently close your eye and take 5 or 6 deep or long breath. You need to do 5 or 6 times because it will help you to know the time. And then after that, you notice the sensation of your breath passing through your nostril, find the site where you feel the touch of your breath better at the point you feel best. Continue observe your normal breath in this area. This must be done suddenly, no pause. So when you explain that, take 5 or 6 deep or long breath, then you continue. Notice the not shutter pause. Shutter. And then also shutter pause for the second one. If thoughts arise in your mind, acknowledge them without engaging with them. This also do it shutter pause, because this is the beginning of the instruction that help people to sit properly. And then Chan do very good. After 2 minutes, you repeat the instruction again. You will see, wait for 2 minutes, and then repeat the instruction. Why? We make repeat instruction at the half of the session because some people they will get learning during practice. So we remind again the instruction at 2 minutes of the 3 minutes of the 4 minutes thing. So you need to remind them, and this helps many people to do it properly. So that is, and Jen, I don't see you have watch. How do you know the time? Oh, very clever. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, but in reality, you stick to the time, because it's very important. Because from research it shows that you can learn thought stopping by about 2 minutes, and you learn to releasing thought about 4 minutes. Yeah, and the discussion after 4 minutes is very important. So then you see that I help you to let people discuss more. So you can ask people, any one of you become less thought or still keep thinking after 4 minutes, and then people will respond. Yeah.
Yeah, just like with relation to the reading the script verbatim, like for example, with the breath focus, it says, we will start with a closed eye meditation for 1 minute. Take 5 to 6 deep breaths. Observe the breath at the nose and select the area where you can feel the breath best. Before you continue, take 5 to 6 deep breaths as well. Like it doesn't flow. So it's like you're asking someone to take 5 to 6 deep breaths, and then you're saying, okay, now take 5 to 6 deep breaths. Is that a second 5 to 6 deep breaths, or is that the same first one, just not organized?
This is the script one.
No, I'm just saying about because I'm just looking through the scripts, and also because this is just a similar thing that I am preparing for my session. When I looked at the scripts, it's like if I read that verbatim, then it doesn't sound natural, in the sense, I don't know if it's like a typo or something, is what I'm asking. If I start the practice and say, take 5 to 6 deep breaths, right? You'll take 5 to 6 deep breaths. And then I say, observe the breath, and you observe the breath. And then I say, okay, before you continue, take 5 to 6 deep breaths. I've just give you the instruction twice. So we have to stick to the script. Or is that how it's supposed to be? Do we have 2 sets of 5 to 6?
That is the thing that you need to practice by yourself before you after picking up.
But I'm asking the question is, are the scripts refined and correct? Because to read it, so from the way that I would do this, I'd sit upright with the back straight. We're going to start with the closed eye meditation. Take 5 to 6 deep breaths, and then observe the area where the sensation is most prominent, right? But then it says, before you continue, take 5 to 6 deep breaths, but we've already started. So it's like the instruction comes there, and then after we start, we have an instruction again. So I'm asking, do we read that as is, or is it a typo that we just have to take out, and there's only one set of 5 to 6 deep breaths for each of the practices? No, I'm just making a point on like the scripts in general. If you read them, sometimes it goes there and back. So I'm not attaching to session 1. I'm just trying to clarify in session 1, before we all start preparing for the other sessions, do we need to double check the script before we read them word for word? Because if they're fixed and we have to read them as is, then it just, some of them just have what look to be like structural inconsistencies. I don't know if that's intentional or if it's accidental, is what I'm saying.
Doctor, it's very easy. Matthew is saying, close your eyes and take 5 to 6 deep breaths. Then you say in your script, breathe in deeply for 5, 6 times as well. So it doesn't look right to say it twice. I would change.
That is to mind the yourself.
So
You don't read it.
you don't read it.
Well, if you just said it, if I just think script, the first instruction is take 5 to 6 deep breaths in one sentence. Don't need to remind you.
This verse you don't read. It is to remind you. For example, wait for 2 minutes, you don't read. This also don't read.
Because it says as well.
Yeah, no, not extra. Can I say something? Matthew, you can say keep or continue, you know? Yeah. This is not for you to read.
Yeah. So the Italy, the is just to remind you what you can do. Yeah, in that time, in that moment. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then you go to so it's go to step by step, right? So you go to practice step 1, stop thinking, and then step 2, managing subconscious thought, and then you explain that if the discussion after step 2 is very important. That somebody get less thought in the 4th minute, but some not. This is very important because when people return to sit by themselves, and then after 4 minutes they still have many thoughts, they will have problems. So you need to make them understand, so that when they sit by themselves at home, they can know that, oh, if 4 minutes still many thoughts, it means that my mental state is have a lot of things in mind. So I need more time to release things. So it's a 3-step. It's a 3-step that of group process. Make people sharing first, and then let them understand why, and then apply to their sitting or their practice. So by this way, it's just not sharing experience, but bring understanding and link to the application by their own sitting. So this is really important. But because I'm sure that many people, when they sit 4 minutes, still not calm down. So they need to understand that sometimes we have a lot of thought in our mind. You need more time to release it away. That is the point that I join Jan to make more group process. Okay, and then at the end, and then you explain about how to manage with sleepiness, because some people, they feel guilty or they feel disappointed that they get sleepy. So you can explain that it's quite normal. When your mind don't have a lot of thought, it not work, so it go to sleep, begin with sleepiness. That is quite normal. So but what you can do is that managing sleepiness, and then explain 3 ways. And the 3 way, I think the manual may make you misunderstanding, is either or, not all. You can either make your body apply to stimulate your awakening center in the brain. You can take deep breathing to bring more oxygen to your brain, or you can visualizing bright light. Not all. Sorry for the misunderstanding. So you can either anyway to help you to managing your sleepiness. And then at the end, Jen distribute this sheet to make you evaluate your practice and then discuss. Is that help? Is that help? Yeah, okay, that's good. Because sometimes therapists have two alternatives. You can distribute the experience review to help people collect their experience and then discuss better. Sometimes you may use discussion, so forth. So it depends on your style. But we keep this experience review because many people see it helpful. Like Jan too, did. So this view, experience review, and then people have time to collect their experience and then sharing better. What do you think?
Yeah, that's okay. I have a question. His tone was okay. Overall tone, was it low or yeah, it was very soothing. But some people experience sleepiness. I didn't, but some others. So what do you suggest about that?
I myself, I feel it's really okay. He speak in the tone that make people calm, but for him maybe too low. That is different from one to the other. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Last but not least, for every homework assignment, Jen, you see that they have 7-day program assignment. So you need to make people understanding what people write down on comment. So you can ask what you can do on the comment space. That means people can share, bring about their experience, whether they can calm down or not calm down from that day, so on. And then more important is that the open question at the end. You need to lead to them that the impact on my daily life when regularly practice transcript meditation. And first comment, this is the open-end question that need people to fill in, because in the next session you do yeah, you will review the homework, and then you also have the close one that is letting the calmness, and then the open one. The open one is also very important because people can write down anything. It's open. Mm-hmm.
For example, my section is section 5.
Yeah.
So this is homework for section 6.
Yes.
Okay. And he is section 1 and section 2 is getting the homework.
The second two we begin with sitting again and review the homework always, because this is a way that people can catch up from session to the next one. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the sharing round, I think it was mentioned somewhere, if I remember correctly. So you just listen to the experiences, listen to the feedback, and then make a conclusion about them at the end. So what's the best way, or is like because I was sort of like preparing for that rather than being very interactive between. I was making some jokes, but anyway, interactive between like individual clients or members of the group. So which way is better? Like conclude at the end of the experiences and maybe take some more theory into it and take some more like understanding and about the practice, or just interacting. What would be the best way, or is there?
Actually, this is a structural program, so it have a clear structure. So to do structure program properly, you need not only to the first component is that you run according to the structure of the session, but more important is that group process, because this is a healing effect that bring about common understanding amongst member, and then bring about understanding enough that they can do it by themselves at home. So the group process is very important. And if you remember, we have 3 steps. The first thing is that ask experience after doing exercise. Second is that share understanding. And then the last one is that link to application at home, either sitting or doing or in daily life. So usually people, the counselor and therapist don't have difficulty in doing the first one, but sometimes you don't go to the second and the third one. So this is why I help Jen after the step 2 to make more discussion for understanding and link to their application when they sit at home. Yeah.
One last point because it's time. Can I have for example, for me, can I have a small table? Is the therapist allowed to have a small table just to put the clock and the papers and the iPad if they have?
Actually, you can have small table behind you, but
Oh.
not in front of you.
Okay.
Because it become obstacle for interaction. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any comment? We are already out of time, but any comment from observer or from online? Any comment? Okay. Okay. So when not, I think we in the afternoon we have session 2 and 3, and you have to nearly 2 hours to let's we will begin really on time, because someone will have something to do at 4 o'clock, so we must keep the time go on really on time. Okay, any question? Okay, see you. Yeah. So,
Thank you so much.